Hello dear student, welcome in the Pharmaceutical Chemistry 2 practical. In this we'll see the experiment number 16, that is the identification test, and the aim for today's experiment is to perform and report the identification test for a given sample of ascorbic acid as per IP. So in this case, in this experiment we're going to perform the identification test for ascorbic acid. Ascorbic acid is nothing but what? It's an vitamin C. So prior concept is same as like that of the previous identification test experiment, that is Indian pharmacopoeia. What is Indian pharmacopoeia? Compliance with the test, whether it complies or does not complies. Drug monograph, what are the components of drug monograph, we already had discussed. This again, proposition 1, new concept again we had already discussed in case of identification of aspirin and identification test for paracetamol. So organoleptic descriptions such as nature, order, test, these things comes under the organoleptic description. Then in solubility, the descriptive terms are applied at 20 to 30 degrees Celsius, such as very soluble, freely soluble, soluble, sparingly soluble, depending on the description as specified into the official pharmacopoeia. The same proposition solubility is to be used, or this new concept, but we already had discussed in previous experiment. This is again we have discussed what is identification test, for what purpose we are going to perform the identification test. Okay, so this again we had discussed identification test. Then pharmaceutical categories, that again we had discussed, which has been mentioned in official pharmacopoeia, for example analgesics. So what will be the pharmaceutical category for this drug, ascorbic acid? So it's actually a antioxidant and pharmaceutical aid, as well as it's a vitamin. Okay, vitamin, because the alternative term for ascorbic acid is vitamin C. Next, the general concept, we know that we have to go for first description of a drug, then we will check the solubility in different solvent, then we will perform the identification test as per IP, and then we are going to conclude that the given sample is complies or does not complies with IP. Now this is the structural formula for the given drug ascorbic acid. Ascorbic acid has a name, alternative name, that is vitamin C. For both the terms we can use ascorbic acid as well as vitamin C. This is the given structure of a drug which has a 5-membered ring in its structure that we call as a furan, and there are certain substituents such as hydroxy group are there, 2 hydroxy group, and this is again a side chain which having 2 carbon and 2 hydroxy group. So this is the same structure of ascorbic acid, and as such the chemical name is not important one. In this case just we are going to see the structure and its name. Okay, trial name, that is ascorbic acid and vitamin C. Next, these are all the descriptive term for this given drug, that is colorless to white crystalline, odorless, slightly bitter taste. And solubility is concerned that it is freely soluble in water, sparingly soluble in alcohol, and in case of chloroform and ether it is insoluble, or we can say it's practically insoluble. Next, the procedure, in this case we have to perform the 3 chemical tests for the given sample of ascorbic acid or vitamin C. In this first test we have to add 2 ml of 2% weight by volume solution of few drops of and few ml of 2 6 phenolendolphin solution. So this is actually the chemical reagent that we are calling 2,6-dichlorophenolendophenols solution. Okay, so in this case, we have to add 2% drug solution, and we are getting decolorized. The solution become decolorized. Next, test B, in which dilute 1 ml of 2% weight by volume solution of drug with 5 ml of water, and then we are adding 1 drop of freshly prepared 5% weight by volume solution of sodium nitroprusside, and to these we will add again a 2 ml of dilute sodium hydroxide solution. And again at the next agent we are going to add, that is 0.6 ml of hydrochloric acid drop wise, and there is a observation, the yellow color turns blue. And last test if you are going to discuss, that is test C, and that is the 2 ml of 2% solution of a drug. And how to prepare 2% of solution of a drug? In this case, depending on the volume of solution, suppose we have to prepare 100 ml, so in this case we have to prepare 2 gram of drug. So accordingly, if you want to prepare 10 ml of drug solution, 2% drug solution 10 ml, so in that case we are taking 0.2 gram of drug, weighing and preparing its solution, and to this we are adding 2 ml of water and 0.1 ml sodium bicarbonate and about 20 mg of ferrous sulfate, and we have to shake it and I have to stand it. then we'll get the observation that deep violet color produced which disappear on addition of 5 ml of 1 molar sulfuric acid. So this is the test, all the chemical tests A, B, C, 3 chemical tests we have to perform for the identification test or identification of ascorbic acid. Next, as far as the results are concerned, the given drug sample complies with or does not comply. Pharmaceutical category, antioxidant, vitamins. Okay, this is a general format of result, and this is a pharmaceutical category belongs to ascorbic acid or vitamin C. So this is all about the identification test for ascorbic acid or vitamin C. You can see the demonstration also. Thanks for watching this description.